Staff Sergeant Kenneth Bentz, a Korean War veteran, remembered. The Korean War was a war between the Republic of Korea, South Korea, and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, North Korea. The Korean War was a result of conflicting political ideas within the region. In September 1945, Americans divided the country along the 38th parallel. U.S. forces were stationed in the southern half, and Soviet forces in the northern half. While the basics of the Korean War are known, it is rare to hear a soldier's personal experience and involvement in the war. Staff Sergeant Kenneth Bentz is one of the many Korean War veterans that kept record of his involvement and will never be forgotten. Bentz was born on January 12, 1929, and was drafted into the Army on December 13, 1950, 6 months after the war had begun. He was sent to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, which was a military post in use during World War I and II, but was reopened for soldiers of the Korean War. Here he received standard shots, IQ tests, uniform, and other essential equipment. Bentz says this experience was very new to the drafted soldiers. He commented in his memoir, "After having a whole house to stow gear in, and our mothers to pick up after us, it was a completely new experience." During the 8-week period of basic training, Bentz trained physically, learned to assemble a rifle, shine his shoes, properly wear his uniform, how to march, and how to make his bed the Army way. Upon his completion of basic training, he was sent to be trained in combat engineering. After his combat engineering training was complete, his journey to Korea finally began. He and his unit boarded a train from St. Louis to Camp Stoneman, California. Here, they were processed and shipped in large groups on a troop transport boat to Yokohama, Japan. It took 13 days to reach Yokohama, from which Bentz and his unit would soon depart. His unit boarded a train from Yokohama and was sent to Sasebo, Japan, where they were processed and put on a ship to their next assignment. The ship took them directly to Busan, South Korea. In Busan, they were housed in an area that Bentz described as an area that looked like a concentration camp, with high barbed wire fences surrounding everything. To Bentz's surprise, he was assigned to the Adjutant General's Officer Personnel Unit. The Adjutant General is the head clerk of the Army, and here he would keep records for the General as well as write any letters necessary. Shortly after joining this unit, it was moved to Chuncheon, South Korea, where Bentz would reside the rest of his tour of duty. Even by the time he was in Chuncheon, Bentz remained a private, but in the last years of his tour of duty, was promoted to Staff Sergeant. This would be the highest rank Bentz held before ending his service in the Army in 1953, the year that marked the ceasefire between the two conflicting countries. While Bentz did not come into direct conflict during the war, and admits himself that he did nothing special during his tour in Korea, he provides an accurate account of the life of a soldier during the Korean War in his memoir. Each soldier and veteran has their own memories and accounts of the war, and none will be forgotten.